Hello, YouTube fam. You know what? I gotta say this. I think a lot of people don't understand. You need to stay in your damn lane. I see a lot of people coming into other people's lanes and getting mad. You getting mad because other people doing stuff. We don't all have the same personality. We ain't all the same people. We all got different agendas, behind what we doing. Some people thing is to make it rich and to do all this and that. Mine's to have fun. Whether I review some stuff, talk about stuff, this is a ranting channel. I don't understand how a lot of people don't understand that. It's majority rant. And the rants are the things that people are here for, because you can tell those are the ones that get the views. I do something on anything else, people be like, well, I don't know. I'm not about that life. And I understand that. There are so many people you could be watching that edit and do all these fantastic things, fam. They do. But I talk about yesteryear, I talk about inflation, I talk about real life, because we all got real problems, man. I don't understand why people count your pockets and tell you what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. Man, you know what? Get a clue. You do you. I do me. I don't count other grown-ass people pockets, because that's not my job. I have no affiliation with their pocket. Only pocket that I have something to do with is mine, because I work hard for my damn money. From time to time, I buy stuff, and from time to time, I don't. Because that's how it gotta be. It has to be a balance. I understand a lot of people say, hey, man, I'm buying toys. I don't care, man. If I get put out, man, shit, I'm gonna still buy toys. I'm not. Shit, the most important thing that I have going for me right now is the roof over my head. Man, please. After you pay that, your utilities and everything else that you need to pay as a grown person, that's called disposable income. Anything that's left after, man. And I just got to be honest, man. You got to make real choices. People trip out, oh, man, he banned Hot Wheels. He must be broke. I'm not broke. Just because I'm buying Hot Wheels, do you know I got over 80 Hot Wheel cars? I'm a Hot Wheel collector. But you know what? That's the thing, though. People don't understand. Like, you just supposed to be buying action figures. That's all you supposed to be buying. Man, really? Dude, get a clue. If you want to buy action figures, buy you some. But I don't understand why people try to tear you down. And people say, hey, Unc, you should let that stuff roll down your back. No, you shouldn't. Address it every time that it happens. Shut these people up. Don't ever take any damn thing. You let them have it. Once you let them have it, drag their ass. Let them know that you're not somebody to be played or toyed with. Just because I got toys don't mean you could toy with me. I'm serious, fam. It's real. When you sit back and listen to all that nonsense that spew out of people's mouth, they talking to you. See, that ain't what I want to do. See, this is what you should be doing. This is what you should have on your channel. No, you should be watching a whole nother channel. Maybe they have what you looking for. Some people were telling me, like, look, you got a channel and you posted that they had these Dollar Tree things on there. Then you posted that they got them Hot Wheel cars on there, all of that. And see, that got people going to the stores buying this stuff. See, all those Hot Wheel cars that you posted. Man, I'm going to tell you something. And I got to say this. That's the whole purpose of this channel, to inform. Whether, I didn't know that people would go out and scalp the hell out of these Gundams that's $1.25 at Dollar Tree and sell them for $4 for $21.95, free shipping. Or the Hot Wheel Batmobile. This damn thing selling on eBay for like $7-8. Fam, I'm trying to figure out what is really going on. That we are basically destroying the hobby to make a profit. I understand that a lot of us are resellers, but you know what? I don't try to get rich off of people, man. When I'm unloading stuff or selling stuff, man, I'm not trying to get rich. I'm not. I'm selling it to you for fair market value. When people do too much, that's when stuff happens, man. You got to make sure you pay attention to everything that you do. And honestly, you got to make sure there's a reason you're doing it. We all buy a lot of stuff. We all sit back and say what we should and shouldn't buy, what we want to get. I was looking at a lot of the GI Joe stuff, and some of the subscribers was like, man, I was able to order a couple, man, and just pay me, the cost of it and shipping and the tax. Okay, what's wrong with that? People make it seem like something is wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You have to pay for shipping. What, I'm gonna pay for shipping for you? No, I get it, and I respect that. I've been looking at a lot of this stuff, and I've been trying to talk to people and trying to get us all on the same page here. This community is broken. We need to put it back together. Everybody make it seem like it's everybody else's fault. It's not everybody's fault. All of this shit that's going on, we need to be paying attention. When we talk about price hikes and droughts and shortages in certain areas, yeah, we need to be talking about this because the hobby affects everybody. If you're a collector of any kind and all of this is happening in your area, the only way everybody would know is if you voice it. People make it seem like if you speak up on something, oh man, see, you talking about it. You shouldn't be talking about it at all. How shit gonna change? Ain't nothing gonna change if nobody say anything. How the hell does that work? People expect shit to change, but put no effort in it. Huh? Where they do that at? When did they do that at? Man, I've been sitting here trying to understand, man. I go to work, I come home, and I be trying to understand the logic behind some of the stuff I see people do. Man, okay, sometimes I may spend an excessive amount of money on certain things, man, but shit, we all do. Things that you see that you wanted. Like I was talking about the Serpentor the other day, and people were like, why did you buy that Funko Pop, man? Funko Pops ain't nothing good. I'm like, man, it's okay to like stuff, man. You don't have to like everything everybody likes. But see, that's the thing that kind of differentiates all of us, because some of us may not like what you like, but want you to like what we like, and we don't like what you like. But, you get people hollering and screaming and going off, and I don't think that's fair. I think we all should be on the same damn page about every damn thing that's going on. It's okay to disagree on certain things. I had so many people reach out to me talking about, you're not talking about video games, you're not doing movie reviews. I noticed nobody watched any of that stuff, fam. If you're doing things, and I gotta keep saying this, if you're doing stuff ain't nobody watching, you shouldn't be doing it. If nobody's paying attention to the things that you're doing, you shouldn't do them. And that ain't me being in the earth, that ain't me being a fool, that ain't me telling you something that I shouldn't be telling you. If nobody paying attention to anything you're doing, maybe you should stop doing it. Again, all this stuff that we do, it's a reason we do all this. It's a reason. You ban your childhood. That's all you doing. When you was little, you couldn't afford this shit. Your parents couldn't afford all this nonsense. They had other things to do. Now, as a grown person, you understand what the hell they had to do. They had to pay rent. They had to keep food on the table. They had to pay utilities. They had to keep gas in their cars. Shit, they had to pay the car notes. Hell, they got to have insurance because if you get sick, they got to take you to the hospital. All of this stuff that we didn't realize when we were little, we realize now. It's a lot of us that may have deep pockets, but I'm not one of those people that have deep pockets. I got pockets, but they're not that damn deep. Where people say, man, I just spent $5K last month on toys, and it didn't even bother me. I'm like, on toys? $5,000? I said, damn, did you buy the whole toy line? $5,000 damn dollars. I'm like, dude, y'all doing way too damn much. Man, my thing is, I learned over a period of time, as you get into this hobby, you need to slow down. You need to look at all the stuff you got and look at the attachments to it. If there's no attachment, that means you're buying stuff just to buy it. And you should never buy anything just to buy it. Everything that you buy should have a purpose. It should serve a purpose in your collection. It should hold some factor when you was young, some factor when you older. It was the first toy that you seen when you went in the store. The lady recommended the toy. The guy recommended the toy. He recommended the video game. I'm just saying, man. You know, again, we all can spend our money the way we want to. And I just don't understand why I got to keep telling people this. I have to tell people. It's like, even in the group, I got to tell people there and I got to tell people here. If a person spent $1,000 on a Funko Pop and you can't see why they spent it, but they seen why they could spend it, that ain't got nothing to do with you. Whether if you thought it didn't make sense, hell, you could buy a $500 action figure. They may not see the purpose in that because they're not into it. But see, that's the thing. We all got our individual hobbies. Sometimes I try to recommend different hobbies, to save money, but sometimes people don't see none of that stuff. Man, I try to recommend, like my friends, they buy shoes. I try to recommend different shoes. They buy Yeezys, they buy Adidas, they buy Nike, they buy Jordans, they buy New Balances. And my whole thing is make sure you keep on look. I like, damn, they got hookers out there. They got On Cloud. They got a lot of other nice shoes out there that you may want to take a look at. Don't get so pigeonholed into something that you can't see anything else. And see, I had to work on that my damn self because sometimes I was getting so tunnel vision into a situation. I was looking like I had blinders on. I could only see what I wanted. Man, them Jordans. I'm gonna get those Raging 3s, man, and I'm gonna get those Cajun 5s. I'm just talking right now. But when you start looking at that, man, you start looking that there's a bigger pond out there. There's a whole damn ocean that you could just be looking at, but you just looking at the pond. Sometimes we can't see the forest for the trees, man, because we're not trying to see anything past what we want to see. That's what this hobby is. A lot of people don't want to see the hobby because they too busy worried about the damn community. You too busy worried about how everybody else spending their money, but yet instead, you not worried about how you spending yours. Like I said, at the end of the day, you are responsible for your own shit. Like I said, people were saying, "Unc, you lying. Kids do play with toys." My kids are playing with toys right now. I didn't say all kids didn't play with toys. I said majority of kids don't play with toys anymore. That's true. You still have that rare few that, play with kids' toys past 5. You do. But, that's rare with all of this peer pressure. Everybody doing all kind of stuff. They got tablets. They're watching YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. And you try to compete, with that toy, with all of that technology. Hell. It's amazing how 4 and 5-year-olds can actually use iPads, tablets, and phones better than people who have been here longer. It's crazy. It's crazy because times changed. Remember back in the day, a man would be there and he would take on a situation even though it was detrimental to him, but he did it anyway. Man, you know what? Look, times change, man. I remember there were a lot of stay-at-home wives back in the day. In my generation, in the generation before, there were a lot of stay-at-home wives. There's not that many anymore. There's still wives that stay home, but not as much. Everybody needs to work right now because how everything is set up. Inflation is so high. To put all of that damn stress on one person to try to, bridge the gap between everything, man, please. You had that motherfucker running away. And people ask, why do guys run away sometimes? That's why. There's too much of stress. There's too much of, he the man, he can handle it. You can't handle all this damn stress your damn self. Shit. If you doing it all yourself, what the hell you need the other person for? I'm going to always say that. When you get in a relationship, let people know that you are into toys and hobbies and video games. If you let them know going in, they'll let you know if they want to be in it or not. If they're in there trying to sell your shit, saying you should be selling it, you get rid of their ass. That's not a keeper. Everybody got hobbies, but it's like certain people be against your shit because it ain't what they think you should be doing. You should be doing what it is that you feel you should be doing. You get what I'm saying? Don't let people cloud your vision. Don't let people cloud your judgment. You are responsible for yourself. At the end of the day, the money you spend affects you and the people that are around you, but you got to make sure at the end of the day that home is covered. You get what I mean? Everything else is secondary. But to later, fam, thank you so much for watching. Peace out.